Hey everybody, it's your boy Eduardo Jackson, CEO, founder, creator of the Cinema Draft game and CD3D, back for another, a frustrating Anime Wednesday. I really wanted to have something special to show you guys, but it was not quite ready yet. Welcome to the wonderful world of development, but we shall press on. This might be a shorter one today. I'm kind of not in the mood for it, but we will cover all our bases, give you the latest updates, and even introduce a small but special feature that we brought along over this past weekend, thanks to a wonderful little film that took me by surprise. So, of course, you little greedy grubbers, first thing you want to know is the price. And here we are at CoinPepiCro. Let's do a real quick refresh. And there you go. 2.6 cents. Not setting the world on fire. It goes as far as Binance Coin goes. It's been a bit of an up and down week for Binance Coin. Looks like the market's trying to rally some. Bitcoin's back over 40,000, but Binance Coin still kind of lags behind. I mean, there was one point when Binance Coin, like a week and a half ago, maybe, was up in like the mid to high 400s, and now it's sub 400. So what are you gonna do? So right now, while our token has very little utility until our game and decentralized exchange token launchpad come out, we are bound by the Binance Coin. All right. So proof of lock and burn. We had an update this week. We had another distribution of our liquidity tokens. 500,000 tokens were retained, and then we relocked up the remaining 17 million. And so now I do believe that means we are hanging on to somewhere like, we're hanging on to about 1.6, 1.7 million tokens. Let's do holders. Which one is us? This is us right here. This is the liquidity wallet. And like I said, I am saving these to spread joy, to spark joy on our new CD3D decks. Hang in there. It is coming, y'all. But I have to admit, it's probably time to go to the whip. We're rounding turn 3. Time to go to the whip and head down the home stretch, finish out strong, because I don't know about you, but I can't wait to get this bad boy started, like, for real. Let's see what else. And then all right, since we're here, let's go through our top 10 as best we know it. Our dead burn wallet right here. These are the rest of our tokens that are locked up. These are our ICO tokens, which we are waiting to have a sale with. Most likely we will have a big blowout sale. Not all 18 million, I doubt, but a good portion of them for CD3D decks when we launch it. This right here is the marketing wallet, so plenty of marketing tokens for us to spread joy over the next 2 years. That's one thing I've been saying I'm going to do. I need to really work out like a potential promotional schedule. It really does kind of depend on the price, though. I mean, while the price is still depressed, it's kind of hard to gauge how many CD3D I'll be spending on promotion. But I do look forward to a bunch of free rolls and a bunch of guaranteed prize pools to really get people to turn out and play the game. This one right here is ApeSwap. This one right here, what is this one? This is one of ours too. I think this is, team tokens, duh. These are team tokens. Oh, that reminds me, I owe an employee their team tokens portion. My bad. This right here are the unclaimed tokens of Pink Sale. What's going on, y'all? Come get your tokens. It's like we put 1 million tokens up and like 40% are still unclaimed. Just under 40% are unclaimed. That's wild. This one right here eludes me. Is one of ours? I don't think this is one of ours. And then this also is another mystery person. And then our savings wallet, I believe, is right here. So 13. So someone leapfrogged this. Okay. All right. Y'all keep doing your thing. You happy hodlers. So that is your top 10 holder list for CD3D. What else went on this week? Hey, hold on a second. I got a bone to pick with y'all, all right? I spoke, no one showed up. What am I talking about? I'm talking about this. I'm talking about our very first Twitter space. You guys voted in Telegram and also on Twitter to do a Twitter space. I held it. Exactly 2 people showed up. Not at the same time. What's up, y'all? What happened there? So, yeah, I think you can replay it here, maybe. I think you can play the recording on our Twitter account. I tried to see if you could, like, download it or record. I don't think you can download these, or if you can, I don't know how. Actually, well, you play it. Oh, hold on a second. Maybe you can. Can you download that? Oh, tweet it, send it via direct message, copy link, share via. So, yeah, so they treat it like a link. I don't think you can download it. Kind of annoying. But, yeah, so I showed up. I was there March 10th, 12 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. UTC. I won't say I'm hurt because I always knew it was an experiment, but all I'm saying is that you do heed the call of the community. If you ask me to show up, I will come. I just hope and expect that you would show up too. That's all I ask. So I'm not saying I won't have another one of these. It just might be a while. That's all I'm saying. It might be a while. Okay. And then, yeah, and also, if there's something you want me to specifically to talk about to a Twitter audience, let me know. But honestly, we probably won't really be doing these until we have like an active game-playing a player pool. I mean, that, I don't know. They might take better to Twitter and Discord than to Telegram. So that was a great big flop. Call it like I see it. Thanks a lot for that. Staking. Okay, so I did update the staking links here because Dodo's got their weird... They're going through some things. They're going through a UI change or something, and it made it kind of hard to find the old staking pool. So if you click on our frequently asked questions page now, it'll take you to the legacy page, the legacy staking pages on Dodo, where it has the contract in it. That's how you know where you're at. So feel free to check those out, and then it'll show the ended pool, and then the ended pool. Yeah, see, okay, like that. All right. Okay, so we updated these links here so it goes to the right pool. Thanks for nothing, Dodo. All right. I'm a little bitter tonight, so I take that back. Dodo, you've been great. You provide us staking opportunities when others just straight up flaked. You were consistent. I can't say you were the easiest to use, but, you're fairly intuitive to use. And we appreciate the time we spent on your platform. It's been real. Okay, that's a little bit more mature. All right. What else should I cover? Oh, so this is a personal point. My Blacks in Bitcoin site had a little bit of a refresh. We had the seal showing that we've been in this game for a minute. Blacks in Bitcoin, DYOR, do your own research, here since January 2014. Now, I may not update it too often. It's been a while since we had a Blacks in Bitcoin podcast, probably because I'm doing the cinema draft thing. But every once in a while, I need to get something off my chest, or I find an interesting investment potential possibility or token case that's interesting, and then I'll do a little a podcast, a little video podcast for you guys. So just reminding you guys that this is here, and even still, it's a good resource. Some pretty good articles. This is my favorite one. Why it's never too late to buy Bitcoin, because I wrote this one four years ago. And this is back when Bitcoin was still in like the teens, maybe might have scratched 20,000. So we're roughly double that in 4 years. And then all my little reasons for it. And then, it's just an interesting site. It's got some good resourceful stuff. The one I've been pumping recently is the rug pull one. Rug pulls, manipulators. Oh my, that one. Why can't I find it? 20. This one was last year's in May. Yeah, here we go. It's like the most popular one in. Oh no, don't want to do that. It's like the most popular one in May too, because it really kind of goes in on the SafeMoon stuff. I mean, in the second part, it really explains why about the liquidity trap that SafeMoon sure as hell ran right into, and we called this back in May of 2021 that like this thing is unsustainable. Whatever profits already locked in, anyone getting in now is going to lose their money because of the liquidity trap. Guess what? A year later, they've done a V2. They've exchanged their tokens 1,000 to 1 because they knew their token supply initially was ridiculous. Their new token supply at 1 trillion is still ridiculous. Whatever. Lawsuits are flying. People accusing it of what it is, a slow rug pull. I mean, it's a mess. But if you want to study how the classic liquidity trap of the greatest shitcoin in history, and look, if the greatest shitcoin in history couldn't pull it off, I don't see why all these other, well, I don't know if they're shitcoins exactly, but all these other tokens that are modeling themselves exactly off it are trying to pull the same thing. But I love this space. It keeps innovating. I've been stumbling across some tokens that are guaranteeing rewards in stable coins and stuff. I mean, it's just a very interesting time. What a time to be alive. What else? What else can we cover? Oh, it's been a while since you've probably been to the CD3D Cinema Draft spread shop, the store. Still many great things you can buy and wear. The seasons are changing. Today, a historic day. Potentially in American history, when Congress, or specifically the Senate, got over its own shit and had a unanimous approval of keeping daylight savings time. So no more switching back and forth twice a year. It's going to go to the House, but the House most likely is going to ratify and send it to President Biden's desk that we'll have an extra hour of daylight for forever from now on. No more, springing forward and falling back. So as those seasons change, update your wardrobe. Get your little t-shirts, your tank tops, and your just get your CD3D Cinema Draft gear. Wear it loud and proud. I mean, I know it's been very helpful for me at the gym. I now have it's totally solved my decision fatigue. I just pick out my CD3D shirt or tank top and go. So pretty easy to know what to wear when you're wearing the same thing all the time. Always be branding. What else? Let's see. Oh, also I forgot. Oh, in addition to, I forgot this part under proof of lock. In addition to locking up our liquidity tokens, I also relocked. Oh no, actually, I'm sorry. That was it. I'm sorry. I'm all over the place tonight. Yeah. So yeah. No. All right. So never mind. So next time I'll need to relock will be in about 30 days, and I'm not going to be doing this forever. We have actively been trying to recruit more talent, but a lot of stuff is in flux on the IRL side, so it might be a few minutes before we're able to bring someone on to finish fleshing out all the parts of the roadmap that we promised, especially regarding CD3D. So just hang in there. We'll get there. Like, most likely we will have to relock these for another, I don't know if 90 days. Yeah, maybe we'll probably do another 90 days because it doesn't look like we'll have enough game player activity initially to justify the first disbursement. So we just want to be fair. But we're going to get someone to do multiple script locking of the future disbursements of the community jackpot fund tokens, as well as the liquidity fund tokens, so that we're not manually locking all the freaking time. Okay. So that's covered. And then so just a peek inside the beta test itself. So this past week internally we were messing around. These are the titles we were looking at this past week. Everything from The Return of Dynasty Season 5 to Bust Down, which is a fun little show. I mean, 6 episodes, half-hour comedy. I mean, it's just so raw. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of South Side. That was a really fun show. Now it's on HBO Max. It used to be on Comedy Central. I think it was Comedy Central. I think it's Comedy Central. Anyways, Bust Down has some of that real manic energy. I mean, it's a little bit over the top, basically about, the service workers in a casino. Doesn't really say where, but I guess Middle America, whatever. And it's just funny as hell. Sam J, I'm not sure if you're familiar with her, but she has her own, I'm not sure if it's been renewed or not, but she had her own kind of freestyling talk show. She'd always kind of host a party, or what they used to call like salons, like almost like literary salons where you discuss a topic or a book or something. But she always has these little salons in like her house or various places, and she just talks about topics with her guests. Some of them celebrities, some of them not, mostly comedians. And so she's in it. Chris Redd, longtime working comedian. I think last time we've seen him was on the Keenan show on NBC, which I did not really like. Anyways, really funny show. Check it out. Only 6 episodes on Peacock. And that's a great thing about this game, is that once it's really underway, you're able to play it and everything. I mean, you will discover titles, content, material that you never knew existed, or starring people that you like but didn't know were working. I mean, there's been a lot of pandemic-fueled, quarantine-fueled content that's just kind of out there on Hulu and Peacock and Paramount Plus and all these various streaming services, as in movies or short-run TV shows that people just don't know about. It's pretty exciting. So even though we only have 10 titles during our tests, because it's a lot of work, and we're just testing stuff out, we should have between 40 and 50 titles every week. So we'll be covering a lot of ground each week. So I'm sure there'll be something every week you'll discover that you didn't know was out there that kind of turned you on. And that for me was Bust Down. What else? The Adam Project, I watched that. Sight. Last Days of Ptolemy Gray. I love Samuel L. Jackson. He is a fellow Morehouse alumnus, but I do not want to watch a movie or a mini-series about a man who may or may not be losing his mind when you have an elderly parent. I'm good. Thing about Pam, it's on my DVR. Renee Zellweger wearing a fat suit. Should be interesting. And then Turning Red. So we have to pump the brakes for a second and give this movie its due.
No spoilers.
All right, wasn't going to spoil, but thank you, Aisha. Your turn's coming. This movie is just delightful. Just delightful. I mean, I knew it was coming. I was going to probably see it regardless. The Draft Mom and I sat down and watched it and had a freaking ball. I mean, it's just a bundle of joy. I guess it's slightly noteworthy because I guess, it's really about friendship and female friendship and, girls and womanhood and all sort of stuff. A bunch of little 13-year-old girls in 2002 are running around, just in love with a boy band group. And that's basically the plot. Let's just say that's all you need to know about the plot. And then, if you've seen the trailer, about the red panda and stuff and when it pops out, and it's just great. And this one right here, I see you, Abby. I see you. I love you, Abby. Abby, you're my favorite animated character in quite some time. You know what? You might be my favorite character, my favorite animated character since Lilo from Lilo and Stitch. Yes, I'm taking back damn near 20 years. I adore Abby. Abby is a psycho. This little Toronto, they're all based in Toronto. This little Toronto Korean girl who has manic energy, who's like just to the extreme of everything, and she wants to burn everything down, and it's just really just she's just so. I mean, she gets so excited. And just look at her face. Look how happy that face is. Oh my god! I mean, how can you not love a face this happy? Oh, Abby, and then I mean, yeah, you go through my Twitter, my Twitter feed, and I just lose about Abby. And actually watching this movie inspired us to do something called the Cinema Draft Hall of Fame. So we are working on these features called wish lists, right? Where while you're in the midst of creating your talent pool, and you see cool titles that you might want to watch later or whatever, and I'm sorry, not a wish list, a watch list. My bad, a watch list that you might want to watch later on. You can just with a couple of clicks, you can add it to your watch list. And I was just so inspired by Turning Red, and I mean, seriously, like there's a whole controversy too, like some straight white male critic basically was like, I do not relate to this. This is too narrow. It's not universal. And basically, it's all code for I'm a white guy. I refuse to open my mind and expand my boundaries. If it's not written exactly for me, then I can't relate. Because I was 5 minutes into this thing, and I'm like, I don't know who the fuck said this was not a good movie relatable, but you need to go somewhere with that. This thing is incredible. It's filled with so much joy. I laughed my tail off, and I'm probably gonna watch again tomorrow. I love that movie. It's just so darling. Anyway, so this inspired us to have our very first Cinema Draft Hall of Fame selection. We see how we did it up with the film festival style, the official selection, Cinema Draft Hall of Fame, must watch stamp right here, floating the logo. And then our boy Marful, who works on our designs, has made it look really nice. Use one of our secondary colors. It was called Turning Red. Gave a little pop of color to the logo itself. But use one of our secondary colors, our little light green, and it's made it look fly. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna have on your wish list or your watch list. Why do I keep calling it a wish list? I've been on Amazon too much today. On your watch lists, you will have the ability to create your own watch list and create different types, but we'll also have a permanent one, and a permanent optional one called the Hall of Fame, where you can just kind of click over to it and see what we have listed in our Hall of Fame. And this will be our very first selection. But we did not stop there. We also added our very first, let's click into this, our very first character Hall of Fame, and it's Abby. It's Abby, just the best friend a girl can. She's not even the star. The star of the movie is Mei Lin, who is kind of not pictured right now. But and then these are all her friends and her overprotective mom and her dad and all this stuff. It's just, the star of the movie is Mei Lin and the red panda. But Abby steals the show in every scene she's in. Actually, I just did I'll retweet this from the main account because y'all need to see this. For those of you who have watched or are thinking about watching it, it's simply adorable. But one of our former test players during the Cinema Draft beta test sent this to me. I loved it. It was every face is a meme, and I love it. She is baby Abby. Look at Abby. Just so mischievous. So look at the face. Squeeze them cheeks. I love it. Abby, you're giving me a second wind at 2:30 in the morning. I love you. You're so darling. Oh, look at those eyes. Everything about her is just bae. I love her. And then Beatbox, I love it. And then yeah, so this is like, so these two are like super cuts of Abby's highlights in the movie. So I'm just gonna retweet these from the CD3D account where it'll get maximum exposure. In case you didn't get enough Abby. I know Eduardo didn't. Here's a super cut of some of her best moments. There we go. And then hashtag turning red. Yeah, gotta love it. Look at her. She's just so excited. Oh, she's so down. Like, I love her. I love her to pieces. You can tell I don't have kids. I'm not saying I need a kid in my life. I'm just saying, yeah. Oh, she's so great. I love her. And then let's see, where is part one? And then here's part two. Abby beatbox. Get it, girl. Abby. Oh yeah, turning red. CD CHOF. Yeah. Okay, as in Cinedraft Character Hall of Fame. Get it, Abby. All right. So, where was I? Oh yeah. So anyway, so those were in the talent pool for this past week. Pretty cool stuff. As you can see, so Turning Red just got. This is nuts. Dynasty season 5. Now, casting aspersions. Our working black writer friend worked on it for the first 3 seasons. I watched it purely as support of him. But now, it's fine. It's good third monitor entertainment while I'm doing my work on the other 2 monitors. I don't mind playing it on the background. So it's fine. I have not seen the season 5 premiere, but I am a bit shocked that Dynasty is second overall this week. Turning Red is only third. And actually, I know why Turning Red is third, because you had a bunch of racists come out. All you got to see is the IMDb score right here. The IMDb score is what sinks it. It's just a bunch of racists and haters out there just hating on like a primarily Asian-led, culturally significant and animated film, for crying out. It's animated. They still can't even see them. They still don't even see Asian people in animation, for crying out loud. But it's the haters on IMDb and who just couldn't relate. But yeah, and just keep that in mind too. That's actually a really good point. When you're playing this game, I mean, part of the unpredictability is the public. Critics, there's a bit of groupthink. They all kind of have their own type of sensibilities and they like what they like. But yeah, so you can kind of get an idea of what Rotten Tomatoes or Metacritic would give, a wonderful movie like this. The unpredictability of this all usually comes down to the public, to the Google user score and the IMDb user score. And the thing about that is that you don't know what might be happening in the zeitgeist that week. I've personally seen off remark in, I think it was Georgia and Ginny about Taylor Swift. I mean, it wasn't fairly complimentary about her. I think it was some kind of little remark about her having boyfriends and writing about them or something like that. But she took offense, tweeted about it, and the Swifties came out and sunk that audience score into oblivion. So, considering the audience score is 60% weighted of your overall score, just keep in mind that critics are cool, but we have to play to the audience. You must play to the audience. And then here you have some good examples of default scores. Default scores appear in bold, and you get a default score when it just isn't properly reviewed or covered. So, for example, Metacritic never covered An Astrological Guide for Broken Hearts Season 2 or Season 1. I just couldn't find a score for it. So the default score for Metacritic is 66. Default score for Rotten Tomatoes is 52. Now, usually you're not going to see too often a default score in Google User or IMDb, but in the case you do, default score for Google User is 50, and default score for IMDb is 5.0. So basically, right in the middle. Okay, so, and then a brief look at this week's talent pool, and then I guess we'll call it a wrap and open up for questions and comments briefly. This week, This is actually pretty quietly powerhouse of a week. I mean, so Young Rock kicked off its second season tonight. It was fine. They introduced a new character to the Young Rockiverse or whatever, and this time it was Danny Garcia, famously Dwayne Johnson, The Rock's real-life ex-wife, although they had an actor playing her in a younger form, like I guess the 90s version of her. And she's like his business partner. I mean, look, I don't know about y'all, how you all are with exes, but when I'm done with it, when we break up, I'm good. Like, I mean, I'm occasionally friends with exes, but I don't seek that out. I don't try to, I mean, once it's over, I mean, you're officially Black history. But it looks like, you know, she's his business partner in his production company and a lot of different things. So, you know, they still have a good relationship. I guess they have kids together too, maybe. So, but they introduced her into the Young Rockverse. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. Deep Water, the erotic thriller, coming from on Hulu, I believe. Is it Hulu or is it Peacock? No, I think it's Hulu. Starring Ben Affleck and Ana de Armas. I mean, she's, you know, a walking sex bomb. I love her. Very hot. And yeah, it's from Adrian Lyne, same guy who did Unfaithful and Fatal Attraction, and like his like sex thrillers is his thing. And it's been a while for Adrian Lyne, but he's done, actually let's take a quick look at what look at all that hair. He must be European. Yeah, okay. English. Yeah, Unfaithful. Whoa! A 20-year gap. That is nuts. See, yeah, Lolita, Indecent Proposal, Fatal Attraction, sex thrillers. 9.5 weeks. Flashdance, not a sex thriller, but very sexy. Jennifer Beals still looks good. And yeah, so this is why he took a 20-year hiatus. So maybe, I guess he was not horny for 20 years, and finally getting Ben Affleck and Ana de Armas, you know, got him going for it. But yeah, very interesting. And yeah, Lolita, look at his movie posters. These are nuts. Yeah, he's all kiss, 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 body contact, just hot. And then, you know, just hot. So, although underage hot, let's not get it twisted. So yeah, that's what he does. So anyways, he's coming back with another sex thriller. DMZ from Ava DuVernay and someone else. Who else is in this? Ava and Ava's behind this one. I think she's also partnering up with someone. Limited series, Rosario Dawson, Benjamin Bratt. I love a good dystopian future, so I'm looking forward to that. What else? Life and Beth. That's going to star Amy Schumer. And Top Boy Season 2. And really more like Season 4, but Season 2 of the Netflix version. Top Boy is coming back. That's where I'll be on Friday that's what I'll be watching on Friday after I've finished watching all the great March Madness action. Matter of fact, that's how I'm going to spend half my day tomorrow, is filling out my brackets. Live for this stuff. And then We Crashed. Once again, one of my corners. Business docudrama. Startup docudramas. I love it. Because the struggle is real. And these guys, I mean, all these fake it till you make it people, I mean, must be nice to be white. But I'm just saying, and also unethical and borderline illegal. But, yeah, this is the story about WeWork and, you know, Adam Newman, this, you know, Israeli kind of self-styled, sandals wearing faux hippie, just basically brainwashed a bunch of people into investing billions of dollars into his company. And it's not so much like he sold a fake product, because I don't think it's not like an Elizabeth Holmes situation where the tech never worked. It's just that he was trying to reimagine an industry, real estate, actually more like commercial real estate, commercial office space, honestly, and brand it as like some sort of tech company or something that's going to save the world. No, dude, you're selling office space. Get over yourself. So anyways, I'm very intrigued to see how this plays out. This is a mini series. I don't know. How do people not like Anne Hathaway? She's gorgeous. She's talented. She's really, I mean, she's a bit of a try hard. I get it. But I mean, you know, she's very talented. I like her a lot. She's good in everything. So And honestly, I think she has a very underrated Catwoman too. I mean, she knows Zoe Kravitz. Zoe Kravitz might have just owned that Catwoman role, but I mean, she had a pretty underrated Catwoman, if you ask me, in The Dark Knight Rises. Anyways, that's what I'm looking forward to this week. So that really does cover all the bases. Even though, once again, this might be solely an internal test, just to give you an idea of what's out there, what you could possibly watch this week. Because as this game comes out and begins to flourish, and we start covering more and more titles and getting more and more players in, and people start talking strategy, and it's even talking stuff they watch and what they liked and everything. I mean, you're going to want to know what type of shows, do what type of scores and how to up your game, and also just want to share your, interesting, cool stuff you watched and found. I mean, at the end of the day, this is all entertainment, and we're here to entertain and be entertained. So if you find something that you watched that you enjoyed because of the Cinema Draft game, well then, hell, we're doing our job. So that is it for the update this week. I now throw it open to questions of our two-person listening audience. Questions, anyone?
Hello, Eduardo.
Greetings, Aisha. How are you?
I'm all right. How are you tonight? This morning? Whatever.
Yeah, I think just talking about this stuff got me a little more pumped up. I was a little disappointed. I was hoping to have something really cool to show you guys, but we move on. We're here. We still got a lot of work to do. We're still loving the work. A lot of good stuff coming out this week. I mean, tonight's gonna be lit. I mean, Minx, it comes out on HBO Max on Wednesday night. That's like Wednesday night, like 12 p.m. my time, probably might even be 9 p.m. Pacific time. That's about like a porn magazine for women in the 70s. I mean, look at 70s are back, man. 70s are back. So there's a lot of good stuff out to watch this week. I'm looking forward to Deep Water because Ana de Armas is just smoking hot. Master is a movie I didn't know anything about. It's coming to Prime on Friday, starring Regina Hall. Set in academia. So being black in academia, I'm in. And it looks a little kind of thrillerish. So yeah, it's a lot of good stuff coming out this week. A lot of good stuff. What's on your mind today, Aisha?
I actually, when you started talking about turning red, I had to pull my little microphone and
stop. I didn't spoil anything. You've seen the trailer. I gave you as much as in the trailer as
I like to know the least amount of movies I'm going to see. The general, just like that little general blurb. I see the trailer, I get excited, I go see. I don't want to hear anything else about it. But I actually have a movie date with my niece.
Okay.
It's one of those Disney Plus group watches to watch Turning Red later on today.
Oh, exciting. Well, please share your review with the channel. I'm sure we'll all love to hear what you think about it.
I will. I was a little not too happy that we had to wait till Wednesday because I'm all like, okay, so what's good for you? On Sunday, thinking like, kiddos, she's 13. I'm like, oh, I'm free right now. She's like, Wednesday sounds good. And I'm just like, Wednesday? I'm the one that's supposed to have a busy schedule. You're on spring break.
Yeah, she's an active junior.
Right.
No, you saw how it was trending on Friday night. I mean, people were fired up about Turning Red, and so was I. I let Draft Mom pick the movie. It was like between Turning Red and I think Spider-Man: Far From Home. I'd already seen it, but she hadn't seen it yet. And she was like, "Oh, let's try Turning Red." And 5 minutes in, I'm in love. I love this movie. I'm so excited about it. I can't wait to watch it again.
I'm excited about it too. I'm also excited about Far From Home, which will come out on for streaming.
It's already on streaming.
Of course, it is. I thought it wasn't streaming for another week.
No, it's on Prime and stuff. You got to pay for it. But
Prime. I'm not paying for it on Prime. I got a Prime account. It needs to be free.
No, I'm saying Prime Video has it, but for a fee. So that's all I'm saying.
I know Prime Video is all give us $19.95 and we'll let you watch it 3 times.
And that's a Sony movie, so I'm not sure where they even park their streaming stuff. So maybe it might end up on Peacock. I'm not sure, but most of the studios now have a streaming outlet, but I'm not sure what Sony does. Maybe they just send it to Netflix or charge you for it on Prime or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'll figure it out. I'll
Hmm.
watch it. I'll see Turning Red. There's something else I want. Oh, the Adam Project. That looks exciting. I want to see
I
that.
thought so too, and I will say this: I like anything with like time travel or the future or whatever, but I just felt the dialogue was really weak. Like the premise was strong enough, the plot was fine. Um, Yeah, and I like Ryan Reynolds generally. I know a lot of people can't stand him; they think he's smarmy or snarky, or whatever. And he's snarky, but I like that. But I just felt like the
Me too.
dialogue was pretty weak. But choose for yourself. Most people seem to like it fine. If you go on Letterboxd, it gets like so I only gave it 2 out of 5, and it gets like a 3.1. So it's about above average. So I don't know. It just felt like they did it on the cheap a little bit. Like it really should have been a lot more blockbustery, and just felt like they just kind of cut a few corners. But I don't know. I mean, still see it. I mean, if you're excited about it and you want to see it, because I was excited about it. That's the first movie I saw on Friday. I think I saw 3 movies on Friday, and I still work. So what's that about?
Do you think they were going for like an 80s, 90s type of special effects situation?
I think they were kind of going for. Well, no, actually, no, because no. I mean, I think they kind of wanted thematically a bit of the kind of unlikely pairing of a kid and adult, like in the 80s, like with your Biggs or something like that. But I mean, I don't know. I don't. I mean, I think. Yeah, I don't think they're going for that. I'm not exactly sure what they're going for, but it just didn't quite land for me. But you see it for yourself. Enjoy it or not enjoy it. You be the judge. Anything off this list this week that's coming out that you're interested in seeing?
Oh, let me embiggen my screen a little bit here.
Embiggen.
Embiggen. Let's see.
Yeah, Deep
Young
Water.
Rock.
Young Rock. The second season premiered earlier tonight. It was fun. It's fine.
But I gotta see the first season. Which is the one with Regina? You said with Regina Hall. Which one is that one?
Yeah, Master. Yeah, and at an elite New England university built on the site of a Salem-era gallows hill, 3 black women strive to find their place. Navigating politics and privilege, they encounter increasingly terrifying manifestations of the school's haunted past and present.
I don't like scary movies, but I definitely want to see a movie about 3 black women in academia. I mean, I'm a black woman in academia, and have been basically, for many years, and all of my, most of my friends are black women that have had their challenges in academia. So,
Yeah, is that the kind of doctor you are, or are you a medical doctor?
I am more of a medical doctor, actually, but I do teach.
Oh, you're at a teaching hospital, right? Like Grey's Anatomy. This is a teaching hospital.
No, I used to teach at a college when I lived in Arizona. When I moved back home to the Midwest, I just did a few, practiced a little bit.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I have a doctorate in medicine, and I use it for, sometimes I do medical accuracy reviews. Sometimes I do textbook editing. Sometimes I see clients and patients. I'm pretty much an all-arounder, I think.
Okay, very cool. So Master sounds. I mean, I don't like horror movies myself, but that does sound interesting. I hope it might be more of like a thriller, like Jordan Peele's social thrillers. I think I saw a blurb that said it was kind of like a Jordan Peele type style movie. So I'm definitely going to check it out. Jordan. Great. Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to recruit somebody to watch it in my place. When I see that word horror, I automatically, it's just like okay, next tab, close this one out. No scary.
Fair enough.
Any thrillers?
Well, not. I mean, I like thrillers too, but like I mean, like the Jordan Peele movie Nope. That looks like it's going to be kind of scary. It might be sci-fi-ish, and I'll be there. I mean, his things are events, so I mean, we'll see. But I like the look of Master. I like the cast, or more like Regina Hall. I like a lot, so we'll see.
And I have to say, she's I didn't know that that was part of her repertoire, because a lot of things I've seen her in have been like, rom-coms.
Yeah. Yeah, well, gotta spread your wings.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I'm glad she's diversifying and not allowing herself to be typecast.
Mm-hmm. So any other questions on your mind before I wrap this up?
Yeah. Can I have those pink sale tokens?
Yeah, I know, right? What are people waiting for? That's just a bizarre. I mean, you know what it is? I think it's the vesting that just threw people off. Like that, you have to wait, 20 days for each time to get your portion. And people either forgot about them, or maybe because the price was so low, they just forgot about them and just like, But yeah, that's on them, man. I mean, they're not getting any reflection. They're not getting any, they haven't staked or anything. They're just kind of sitting there. So I'm like, okay, good luck with that.
So some unnatural people, I shouldn't say that because that's not nice. Some people, retracting what I started to say before, some people may have written off our CD3D. That's sad.
Well, keep fleecing them. Keep getting them cheap.
I don't fleece anybody, but it's interesting you should mention fleece because I am a knitwear designer as well.
What doesn't she do, folks?
I know. I told you I'm an all-arounder.
Yeah.
Let's see. So, I guess I can't have the pink sale tokens.
I mean, no. People have to claim them, or they'll probably just sit there forever. Who knows?
Hey, pink sale people who didn't claim your tokens, can I have your tokens? I'll drop my wallet in the my wallet address in the chat and in the comments. You can just send them to me. Thanks.
Claim your tokens. Sell them to Aisha. She's buying. Apparently, she is buying. Get them while they're cheap. Get them while they're cheap.
I know, and the thing is, if you buy from me, you don't have to worry about the 43% slippage.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah, slippage is super high, more sellers and buyers, not enough B&B in the system to accommodate it. All that type of stuff that we're looking to solve once we get CD3D decks up and running, and we have LP providers and all that good stuff. But yeah, so holla at your girl, Aisha. She's buying up your cheap tokens. Claim your tokens, sell them to her.
There you go. See. And I do not work for CD3D.
She does not. Nope. She's an individual investor. So with that, unless you have any other questions or comments.
I do. This has to do with this inevitable yet delayed true bear market. What is going on? Why?
No, it's the
price manipulation, and
Well, we covered this a while ago. It's the Golden Bull ratio, right? The Golden
I'm waiting
Bull
for the bear market to start in earnest. It looks like it's going to start. Then
we're in it.
Folks do some price manipulation, and then Bitcoin looks like it's about to rally, and then other coins seem like they're about to rally, and I'm just waiting for this.
Does this look like a rally to you? This looks like bear market.
It looks like a sideways, and I'm waiting for it to just go ahead, make the dip.
Considering we were scratching 70K at one point, it's in a dip. It's in a bear cycle. But the great thing about these bear cycles, they tend to last, less than 2 years, like a year and a half, something like that. So it won't be long, but it might take us getting near the next halvening to turn it around. See, usually, or the halvening, the halvening is usually in the middle of the comeback, I guess. So I guess we got a ways to go. We got a ways to go.
Back just a little bit. I'm looking at this where you have that red arrow where the bear market started, where the big B is.
Uh-huh.
and it looked like Bitcoin dropped a whole order of 10, like it dropped a whole zero.
You mean so? I mean, so this is where the bulls. Oh, you mean from here to here? Yeah,
Yeah.
it went bad. It went. I think at its lowest we were down to like 3,600 or something. I mean, it was pretty bad. And that was like 2 years ago. It wasn't that long ago. So
Yeah. So I'm like, what's going on? When's that zero gonna drop? You know what I'm saying?
stop,
I want
stop.
my own Bitcoin.
Well, that's the whole thing, is that Michael Saylor will never allow it, and there's too much institutional money in here to let it drop too low. So keep dreaming. But I mean, it's like I said, for considering we were once at 70K and people were like, oh, it's going to 100,000 like last year, and it never got there. I mean, we are kind of a bear cycle. A bear cycle doesn't necessarily mean it has to be like a huge drop. It just means that you have to be trading down to sideways. You're not going up, basically. And this is exactly what we're doing. We're just, I mean, I might just do that for the whole 18 months. And then they'll start, ticking back up once we see the happening in sight,
And I have to say, the so-called experts on Twitter, gosh, they're getting to be a bit annoying with all this Bitcoin propaganda. And look, and if it does this, and it's gonna, and I'm just like, please stop.
They do it for clicks. I don't even pay attention to half those guys. And half those people who write for Forbes, I mean, anyone can write for Forbes now. There's like a whole like portal thing you can sign up to be like a Forbes writer, and they'll just kind of stop their name on anybody. So I really don't kind of pay attention to that type of stuff. I really don't. And actually, if anything, my fate is more tied these days to BNB. So how BNB goes, that's how I go. So keep making the moves, TZ. Keep making the moves.
So annoying. So
all right. What else?
So then let's see. I can't think of anything else. As you pulled up this chart, and thank you for explaining more about the golden bull ratio, golden bull cycle ratio.
We have historical data now. Yeah, we have the data now. So I'm not a big charts guy, but the data is pretty clear. So I'm just going to rock with that.
Yeah, and I just don't see that. Yeah, it's not really affected. Well, you know what? If it's tethered to BNB. BNB it's going sideways as well.
For now, because BNB is our biggest, trading, pair on TokePi. So, how BNB goes, we go. So if BNB has like a low day or it's not worth much, whatever, we'll tend to have, lesser, real dollar volume. So, but if it, but that's just for now. I mean, once we get CD3D decks up, once we get the games running, we'll start creating more of our own value, and then we won't probably be so pegged to just one pair. We'll have other pairs people are trading against. They'll start carrying its own value.
That was my next question, asking about other trading pairs. I know BUSD is one, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, well, it will be whatever people want to provide liquidity for. Honestly, I mean, like we may, set up like a pool. We may set up liquidity for BUSD and BNB initially, but if anyone wants to provide liquidity, I mean, we have a liquidity page where they can just provide liquidity and just start up there. If you want to do, I don't know, I guess if you want to do ETH BNB, I guess you could probably do that. Well, no, that's on the Binance Smart Chain. I don't think you really do that, could you? Polygon, maybe. Actually, maybe you could. I have to see what they're working with, but basically all of the type of stuff that you can do, like on Pancake Swap with the trading, like those type of BP20 tokens, you can do it with. You can do it on CD3D decks. So if you want to, swap, I don't know, if you want to swap SafeMoon V2 or provide liquidity for SafeMoon to CD3D, you can do that. Put up half in CD3D, half in SafeMoon, you're good to go.
Okay. So my next question has to do with merch. At some point, will we be able to trade CD3D for merch? Like, what? CD3D as a currency for merch?
Sure, and we've looked into that. It's kind of expensive to get it set up, but we do want to have that done. 100%. But we're gonna need to get the platform up, be generating some revenue, stuff like that, or my gigantic SBA loan comes in, then we might look into it. Until that happens, it's on the mental whiteboard. We just don't have the funds for it yet.
Okay. I think that answers my question. You saw my cute CD3D onesie?
Yes, I did. I'm not promoting that.
Y'all.
I'm not promoting that. That looks crazy. That looks crazy. Oh, that reminds me too. You know what's returning next week is Atlanta. Your onesie reminded your CD3D onesie reminded me of in the trailer for Atlanta. Donald Glover having like coffee or something with a guy in a full Dalmatian suit. Like that's what you're
full Dalmatian suit though.
Yeah, that's what kind of looked like to me, only in magenta and white or whatever. Well, I'm thinking I gotta wrap this up and get back to it. But thank you all for tuning in for another thrilling, exciting edition of AMA Wednesday. but thank you guys. We talked through it. We tweeted through it. It's all good. We are hard at work. I definitely hope to have tangible news for you next week and something I can show you all. We're getting very close to obtaining our objectives. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for listening. If you're working and have this on, and we will see you all next week.